So don't take it that way.
In my head, it's like, I didn't lie. I just didn't tell you everything. That's not lying.
No, it's not lying. You're not called upon to tell everybody.
No.
We're not put in here to do that.
No, exactly.
Yeah. But you did not lie. You did not reveal everything. It's not his place to have you tell him everything.
No, and quite often it's like, where are you going? What's the purpose? Okay, get out of here. There's a lineup behind you. But yeah, it was very unpleasant. What was more unpleasant was they took 4 hours, 15 minutes to do that.
Okay, Jonathan, you're going to feel better when I tell you the story. I was in the Bahamas doing an interview for one of my books, which was a private commission. And on the way back, I have to go through New York. So the immigration is in the Bahamas. They put me in a room for 5 hours. Yeah, in a little box room for 5 hours, and all I had was a glass of water. They went in, they went out.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, because I was born in the Sudan. Immediately, bing, terrorist. Then they realized when they dug up, I had a green card for 8 years. I lived in the US. I surrendered my green card when I left the US to come back to the UK. My kids were born in the US. They're US nationals, okay? I'm not an Arab. I'm not Muslim. I have no connection to any terrorist organization, okay? Perhaps there is one, the Conservative Party, but I'm not a member. I mean, but seriously, and this is what happened. I was actually quite humiliated in a lot of ways, right?
Oh, me too.
And then he said to me, he came in, gave me my passport back. He said, Mr. Jerjian, we apologize sincerely. We've had you checked out. This will not happen again. And I went, well, I'm delighted to hear that. I said, but how do I know that's not going to happen again? He said, because we've written in there that we took you down for 5 hours. We checked you out totally. Your story holds. You're in good shape. This will not happen again. And it hasn't, so thankfully. But once you get your B1B visa, it'll be smooth sailing. Don't worry about it.
Hopefully they'll give it to me.
What do you mean, hopefully they'll give it to you? Of course they'll give it to you.
I know.
You're not a threat, for goodness sake.
No.
You're starting to build up these negative pictures because they held you up. So now you're building up all this negative crap. Delete it. It's bullshit. It's not going to happen. Seriously, don't do that.
Thank you, my friend.
And lots of people go through that on a daily basis.
Really?
Oh, incidentally, something else you should do. It's $100. I now have fast track.
Yes. Well, we're not Canadian citizens.
Oh, you're not?
No, we're permanent residents.
Why are you not citizens yet?
It's a great question.
Seriously, have you not applied? You don't want to apply?
Oh, no. I mean, I never really saw the point because the British passports get you everywhere. It's just one of those jobs I mean, we wanted to do it fairly early on, and it was going to be like $3,000, and we just didn't have it at the time.
Okay, that makes sense.
And time just passes, and it's just that elephant in the room, right?
But even with a British passport, you can still get fast track.
You can, yeah. They call it Nexus here, but
is that what they do? I mean, you don't. When you go into the States, there is no. You just go straight through, and when you leave, you go straight out.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
Yeah. No, I know.
But anyway,
I had a come to Jesus day yesterday.
Wow.
I didn't. Yeah, I remember Kim. I when I got home, I just had to call somebody, and my wife's on traveling for the next week. And in the old days, it's the kind of thing I would have called my mom.
I know.
And I sat at home and I have to call a friend who's going to understand and just help me through this. And Kim was the first person that came to mind.
Yeah, no, I get it. No, she told me privately afterwards.
Yeah, she said she was about to jump on a call with you, so.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Listen, Jonathan, this too shall pass.
Yes, thank you.
It's really insignificant. It's not even a blip on the radar. It will pass.
My only lament
Yeah.
is I'm supposed to go to Tennessee in 10 days for my 4-day mastermind with Mark Schaefer.
Does Vancouver not have a US consulate?
It does, yes. And
Okay.
you're not allowed to show up. You have to fill in this D160, which I have 3/4 filled in.
Yeah.
You have to submit that, submit a photograph, submit your payment. And then once you've submitted it, you can call them and say it's urgent.
Well, you know what? After this call, drop everything else, complete this, okay? Because they're actually pretty fast.
Yeah.
But just get all your ducks in order and do it. Because perceive, you are in Tennessee, you'll be there. Seriously. And don't agitate yourself. Actually feel it. You're going to be there. Everything's coming your way. But get the work done today.
Oh, the work's all done. The one thing I couldn't do was a photograph because they wanted a cream background, no glasses, or you know how the visa things are.
So go to the photographer.
I have to go. Exactly. I have to go.
Yeah. And you know what? Screw the shaving chronicles. Shave that, look good, and go. Seriously.
Oh, yes.
No,
I have to get this off if I'm going to have a photograph.
Yeah, you're going to have a nice face. Because, in the state you're in right now, you're kind of borderline terrorist.
Sorry, it's getting to like it too.
I know, but you know what? You can't have both. You got to have one. And you got to look good in that photo. And actually, when you're shaved, when you have a full beard, you look terrific. And I think most people are like that. And when you're shaven, you look terrific. Like that photo you have on the website, that I saw on Facebook. I think it's the best one because it captures you. I mean, there's lots of other good photographs of you, but that one captures the essence of you.
Thank you. That's the one of me saying at our table, right?
Sorry?
The one in the blue shirt?
I think so, yeah. The one you just literally posted a couple of days ago. The latest one, the face. I think it was a blue shirt. Can't swear on it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Anyway, so that was a terrific session with Balthasar.
So well done. So well done.
It was great. I mean, you set me up with the awesome. I set you up with the crow to get you to, because you speak crow. It was great repartee. It was great toing and froing. It was wonderful. I loved it. I think Kim loved it. She was going on about it.
Oh, they did. She wanted to send it. She asked for. She wanted to send it to you, of course, this morning because she messaged me early.
So anyway, coming back to our business.
Yes.
How do we? I mean, there's still tweaks and stuff to be done. Whatever that will be done.
Yeah.
But and Elle and I have been working on this. Literally, the slides. We have now got it down to a science. It's so magnificent. And we've used Paige's setup, the way she set it up with the green and the purple branding. She did an incredible job. So we've kind of literally copied and pasted the setup and now we've got a really intelligent, consecutive thinking, and we've got a great package. And that's going to be the base fount. Now, I'm going to share something with you of what I'm doing. I've been to, I'm sharing this with you so you know what's happening. This is really important because I am positioning myself to be above the canyon when the wagons roll in. All right? But I'm not going to kill the people in the wagons. I'm going to give them water and sustenance. Right now, there's a huge thing going on in the political, economic side of the world. I went to an investment seminar in London, in Jermyn Street, and in there they were talking about modern monetary theory, which is something that's come out of the States.
Yeah.
People are struggling. Yes. Things are not good. People are struggling. And governments had quantitative easing in 2008 when the financial meltdown happened. The government gave shed loads of money to the banks. Yeah? Now they're saying they got a freebie, they got put up.
Yeah.
A lot of people are struggling And so the Democratic Party is pulling out, this is their proposal, which the Labour Party is thinking now, which is forgive the students all their debts. Number one. Yeah, wait for this. Number two, National Health Service in the United States, universal health care. They are going full blast. Okay? Wait, they're going to print. Money's energy. They're going to print, but wait for this. And they need inflation. Do you know all this quantitative easing? We still don't have inflation. Can you see how bad things were? We don't have inflation with all the money they've pumped in. So now they've got to seriously put some more money in to get inflation so that the debt starts to. And the third one, which is going to blow your mind, and I'm not saying that it's going to happen immediately, but they want to give everybody a universal credit. So they have enough money that they're not starving. And they don't become a political and social liability. Right now, with Brexit and Trump, you can see the anger in people are really becoming vicious. Society can't handle that kind of thing. It'll start to break down. And that's how you have revolutions. So what are they doing? This is the way to scotch a revolution. So this is an investment company telling its investors. And I'm thinking to myself, these guys should be crapping on themselves. Mm. And the investment guy was saying, you have to understand that stock markets over the next number of years are not going to do as well as they've been doing in the past 10 years. Bonds will be in the toilet. Real estate is going neutral. That's the reality. Now, I then go to Withers, which is Yancho's law firm, 2 days ago. Yeah. And I don't know if you've heard of a guy called Andrew Marr, television presenter in the UK.
After my time, I guess.
Anyway, he was there. We had Matthew Paris from the Times and all these people. And there was a debate about what's happening. And they're saying that Britain may well be considering exchange controls. I know, we're getting back to the 70s. Exchange controls and wealth tax. The likelihood, there's literally, it's a binary choice. Boris is either going to get in with Brexit, right, which looks pretty slim now. But when October 31st comes and he tells these people, the European Parliament is not negotiating with me. Parliament has stabbed me in the back so I can't deliver Brexit to you guys. I want elections, so you vote for me and I'll get it done. So that's a binary case. The other side is, if he loses, Labour can't come in on its own. It's going to come in with the Liberal Democrats. The Liberal Democrats are going to get the most votes because a lot of the conservative moderates are going to move across. Now, if the Labour and Liberal Democrats come in, they both want increase in taxes. And they want to give money to people. So they continue voting for them. Mm. So we're now looking, can you see where this is going?
I do, yeah.
Now, can you imagine what the pensioners are going to think, the retired people are going to think with a wealth tax and higher taxes? They're going to be going ape shit. They've been working all their lives, stacking up, saving the money, and now the government comes and saying, we're taking money away and redistributing. They're going to have serious issues, paradigm problems. Who's the man who's coming in to solve it? Me.
Love it. I knew where you were going with this. Yeah.
Elle has a lot of connections with the BBC. And they're always, when this sort of stuff is about to happen, she says, all I need is, there's people struggling, pensioners are upset, blah, blah, blah. What's the solution? How can these, because they're going to have mental health issues on this. How can they sort this out? And, do you have an expert? And Elle's going to say, actually, we have George. You really need to get him in. George goes in. The minute I'm on the BBC doing that, all the other channels are going to want, Bring George in, he's the expert. Bring George in, he's the expert. Suddenly I'm there, right?
Yeah.
And so this is the position I'm putting myself in. So I'm kind of, my website's going to be ready. My programs are going to be ready. And between you and me, Bob Proctor's program of changing people is too slow.
Yeah.
Far too slow. I was in Leeds for 3 days, I told you. And we learned about muscle testing, how to change your paradigms, how to change your subconscious mind by muscle testing.
Yes, I've seen somebody do that.
Okay. I'm now a facilitator. I can do it. I've done it. I've got 3 days training. I'm going for another one in December, an advanced training in February. And I'm in New Mexico. My visa will hold. I'm in New Mexico. I'm in New Mexico in February with Bruce Lipton and this guy who does this muscle thing. It's absolute magic. It's worked on me. There were 18 participants. They all fell in love with it. I've come back. I've done Talene. I've done my girls. They're over the moon. I've got their mindset, their subconscious mind aligned with what they want to do. Because we tested them. They wanted this, but the subconscious mind wasn't buying it. It's amazing, amazing. So I'm on a roll here. So, but I'm not in a rush because I have to wait for the opportunity to present itself. But I got to be ready when the opportunity passes.
Absolutely.
So that's I just wanted you to be aware of the story here.
Yes. Yes.
And I also had conversations with my accountant.
Yeah.
Online sales from my website in the US, no problem, no tax.
It's all online, right?
It's all online. But he said to me, you have to form a company because if you go and do workshops in the US,
yes.
You can't, unless you just go in as a guest, like you said, because I suggested that. He said, yeah, but he said you can only do that a handful of times.
And that's where I run out of grace.
Yeah. Well, he said to me, other than that, you've got to set up a company.
Yes.
And so
I did not realize just how much data the US government has. I went online last night and I was able to download every time I've entered and left the United States for the last 5 years in one document, just by submitting my passport.
And do you know that everything that you say and write on Facebook?
Yes.
They have that. They have everything.
Oh, I do know, because they challenged me on something from 2 years ago. And in this room, it's like, that was like early 2018. What the heck? Tell me about Augie Bylock. I went, he's a friend of mine. Well, you wrote that he was a client of yours. I went, he is. Well, he can't be both. I went, of course he can. And I explained the model, and he couldn't get his head around my model.
Oh, yeah.
I said, so he hired you, and you were in the States, so you were working for him and being paid while you were in the States. I went, no. I went to his event as a guest. You know, I spoke on stage as a guest. He hired me to build a website. I built that in Canada. And he couldn't. I mean, in the end, I think he did get it, but man, he was convinced that I was earning money on US soil, which I don't believe I was. So
you have to remember a lot of people who are not even in your area of business, the shenanigans they get up to.
Yes. Okay.
And these guys are dealing with those sort of people. So if they see something slightly off with you, they immediately bundle you with that lot. Yeah. You know, and that's their mindset. That's where they are. But anyway, listen, it's a blip. It's going to go.
Yes.
Trust me, it will go. It's not an issue. So coming back,
yes.
How do you see us working going forward? How do you want to? How do you want to work?
I have to have the same conversation with Paul and Kim this afternoon because
really
they've just asked the same thing. It's so funny. Kim said to me yesterday. She said she'd heard a keynote by one of the Wrigley family, Wrigley Gunn. And he talked about he was on a plane one day and told somebody who he was, and they said, I have to ask you, you have like one of the world's most iconic brands. It's in every newsagent. Everybody buys your product. Why do you keep advertising? And he said, well, it's like this. He said, we're at 33,000 feet right now. Do you tell a pilot to turn the engine off?
What a beautiful description.
I loved it. So Kim just said, we've suddenly, and we did say at the beginning of the month, because their contract actually expired at the end of June.
I know that. And you've been working pro bono. I'm fully aware of that. Yeah.
That's
No, but that speaks volumes about you. No wonder they're smiling. Hello. But what that does is the advertising for you,
I think so,
is huge.
especially
huge.
in the proctor community.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And that was one of the early thoughts in the first place, was that would be a good spin-off. I mean, we
it's
knew it was going to happen. I mean, it happened with spades, but yeah.
No,
Anyway,
I agree.
so they've asked for a price today too. So I was working numbers as I.
By the way, you don't have to give me a price today.
Sorry, I can. No, I can.
Okay.
So funny enough, I called. Have you ever heard of Celine, the girl who did Bob's social media?
Yes. Turkish girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she lives in Calgary, actually. So I connected with her through Bob's social media, and then, unbeknownst to me, she private messaged me when I was at Paradigm Shift.
Right.
You won't remember, but you spoke in Vancouver at Social Media for Nonprofits convention, which was hosted by the Seacrest Foundation. I went, oh yeah, I remember that very well. She said, you were the best speaker of the day. And she said, I so remember why, because she said, you were the only person that was real, that talked about family, that talked about sharing, and all the other people talked about metrics. And you talked about story. And she said, you inspired me, mid-university, to change courses and specialize in social media. So she said, I'm actually in my career because of you.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's like, oh my gosh. I mean, there was several hundred people in this university forum. I didn't know.
This is what I mean. If you are you, the effect you have on people, you have no idea.
Oh, it's amazing, isn't it?
You have no idea the effect.
So she's just resigned from working with Bob. She'd done it for 3 years straight.
She's been working for Bob. That's right. That's why she was always sending stuff. And I was going, why? I thought she was a consultant. I'm going, why is she sending stuff?
She was contracted by Bob to do all of Procter & Gamble social media. I mean, she's very good.
Yeah.
So I just spoke to her because she said that she'd left and she was going freelance. I mean, she has 3 different companies. One's an organic food, vegan company with her husband. Another one is some life coaching around health and wellness, and then social media. So I said, because I was almost thinking maybe I should hire her and white label her. So I said, what's the deal? So she told, and this is off the record, but she said, I just did a deal with Peggy McCall. I said, oh, how interesting. She loves me and she wants me to take over her social media. I said, oh, wow, that's great. And I've known Peggy's social media for a while, and it's average. So she's been doing Peggy's social media for 3 months or something now, so I've been watching it. So all she does for her is her Facebook, her Instagram, her LinkedIn, and her Facebook ads. That's all she does.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Procter & Gamble thinking. $4,500 a month US.
That's what Bob was paying her.
No, that's what Peggy is paying her.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm on a Zoom call with her, and inside I'm like, I'm in the wrong job. And she said, yeah, I should have 3 clients already, same package, but I could take some more. And I went, I'll think about that.
Wow.
We don't do anything close to that kind of price, and we do so much more.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. Anyway, I was benchmarking it. But as I say, the Procter & Gallagher mindset is up there, right?
Yeah, it is. But here's the thing, though. What you have to recognize that Peggy McCall has a fair bit of income coming in.
Of course. Yeah.
So she needs to maintain and increase this, and she needs somebody who's good.
Yes.
So this money keeps coming in.
Of course. And it's not a bad decision for Peggy, but
it isn't. And what I'm saying is that, if I've got income coming in like that, damn right I'm going to pay that kind of money.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to think about it.
No, I know.
There's nothing to think of, because you know what? When you want to find somebody like that lady doing a social media, you can't find a good one.
No, you can't. No.
There's plenty of rubbish.
You're almost on a waiting list for when they have capacity.
Exactly. And so, yeah.
Anyway, for us, the 5 things that we need to keep doing is, number 1, we want to keep your website updated, super fresh.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I'd like to integrate a deep SEO campaign for organic search. We're not there yet because the website's new and we're creating a lot of blogs, but at some point in the future, we'll do that.
Yeah, definitely.
So any changes that we do, what I like to do, George, is I don't like to charge by the hour.
No, that doesn't.
Weird. I like, I like to give great value, but I like to sort of give inclusive pricing. So Paige looking after your website.
You have a business to run. You can't work like a lawyer by the hour. It doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
I get that.
So anything that you send to Paige, like graphics or, within reason, website included.
Mm-hmm.
Us taking over your social media 100%. So your Facebook business page, your Twitter account, your LinkedIn, your Google My Business. I can send you this in writing, but taking over. So we literally have meetings with you. It'll be Anna, who's been doing all the gifted social media, who I'd ask to do it. She already does a wellness coach and a professional, financial professional.
Right.
So you would sit right in the middle. So full service social media. We would do your email newsletters. So if you create a script that you want for that newsletter going out through the MailChimp, we'll make it beautiful. We'll send it out for you. We'll monitor the responses.
Mm-hmm.
The blogs that you and Elle would write, or the blogs that you want to just send us in Word form, we'll create and put on your website as a blog and as a LinkedIn article. So it's 2 separate pieces.
Yeah.
And then what I'd like to suggest is that you and I move to a monthly call.
Okay.
So we have a social media call for strategy, and then we also have a strategy call for you and I as well.
So how's that different?
Well, right now we meet weekly, right?
Yeah. So we go for
we meet monthly. So part of that monthly call would be Anna would join us, and we would talk social media. We would talk, where you're going. So she's fully briefed, and then I'll keep briefing her during the month because I'll stay on top of everything that's happening. And then you and I will have a strategy call once a month as well, to sort of just benchmark, what we want to achieve in October, what we want to achieve in November. What's the political landscape look like that, we could be writing blogs about? Because I had a lady yesterday, Erin Duffy, you might have seen Erin.
Yeah.
She said to me yesterday, she said, I've got writer's block. I know I should be blogging. I really don't know what I should be blogging about. So within 5 minutes, we had 3 of the most incredible blog titles. And she went, oh my gosh, I could so write all 3 of those. And she couldn't even think of one. I'm very good at creating, well, you've seen power content, right?
Yeah.
So, and so when you're a retained client, you can join any course at any time. There's no charge.
Sure.
So website, social media, email marketing, blogging, and me, $2,500. That's my lowest price.
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, okay, I get that. Here's a question for you. It's doable. Question for you, and it's to do with. I've spoken with Kim and the mastermind people about podcasts and videos and that, and this is my subconscious mind issue, which I've sorted now. I thought I'm not so good on video. I thought I'm much better on audio. And I'm so glad you're saying that too. But I've now come round because Kim was going, you're really great on video. You're a natural and this and that and the other. I go, shit, why don't I feel like that?
Oh, we'll work on that.
Well, I've worked on it with this hostile testing. I got it. But it's not that. I did a testimonial for the girl who was teaching us, and she was absolutely brilliant. And she was so good, I wanted to do a testimonial to say how brilliant her course was. And she videoed it for me in the garden. And then she watched it with me, and she said, God, you really are good on video.
Yeah.
And I go, do you mean that?
Yeah.
You know,
And the strategy with podcast is to do both. Is that we record them in Zoom. We have MP3, we have MP4.
So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a video, which is then going to be split as an audio file. And then we'll also have that converted into a PDF. So we'll have it. We'll have, and then we can put that on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever. But so here's my thing. You need to teach me how to do this.
Totally.
How to do this Zoom with my.
Oh, you just froze.
Is it better not to do it with slides?
Sorry, George, you just froze then. I didn't catch that.
Is it better to just the video? Hello, Jonathan, you've frozen on me.
Yeah.
Are you there?
I'm here.
Oop.
But your picture froze and I lost it both. Hello? Of all the times. Hello, hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Sorry, I don't know what happened there.
It completely froze just when you were about to say, I need help with.
Yeah. Sorry, I need help with LG stuff to be able to hand over to you.
And I know you're paying her as well right now as well.
So yeah, but that's okay. I'm investing in my business, okay? And this is long term. And the more business that comes in, I'm happy to pay you more. I don't have an issue with that.
I split it up, and I can even give you the split up if you like. But it's yeah.
Look, you're not.
It's a lot of money, but for us, it's time that I wouldn't be doing something else. But I'm invested in your success, and I see it. I see the wisdom in your voice on podcast. I see the video series. I see it, and I know it's going to come.
And I appreciate your faith in me. I really do. And I know what I like about you is I can trust you. I like your authenticity. I know I can work with you. And I need people like that on side. I don't want any shysters. I don't want people promising me the world and delivering crap. I've seen what you do for me. I value your input and your team's input.
Thank you.
And I want you with me in the long term. And I've said this with Elle, and that's why she spends much more time than she says to me. She does. She spends an awful, and I say to her, aren't you overdoing it? She says, no, I love this stuff. So which is really heartwarming for me, because when I pay her and I pay you, I know I'm getting value. So I need you to realize that I really do appreciate I'm getting value. I appreciate that you're not charging me what you could and should. So I know that. So the reason I want you to know that is because I don't want you to think that, I don't appreciate it, because I'm hoping that when the money starts, and I use this word very carefully, flooding in.
Yes.
All right. I want to share it with you guys because you helped me on the way up.
Yes.
And that is my honest, true to heart feeling. And in a sense, I see you as part of my team.
I would love to.
You are my company. Seriously, you are my company. Just because you happen to be 3,000 miles away is irrelevant. That's the world we live in. And I love your energy. And I repeat this all the time because I think you need to hear it. And I need to say it. So now that I got that out of the way.
I don't need a decision today. You're welcome to go away and think about it too.
No, there's nothing to think about. What am I supposed to do? Go with somebody else?
No, but I don't want to. I'm not a over the barrel kind of guy.
No, I get that. And actually, that's actually one of your powerful skill sets.
Thank you.
Particularly in North America, which is an exceptional trait. Really, it is an exceptional trait. I consider you a friend. So I'm just going to say one or two things on this piece, and then I want to give you some feedback on your presentation, if I may.
Of course, yes.
Feedback to make it stronger for you. And that's just my humble opinion. You might think, maybe that's too English and stuff that doesn't apply here, which is fair enough. But I just wanted to share it with you for your benefit. But before I do that, I just wanted to say, if I send you a video, would that be included in this? If I sent you, for example, if I did a video a week and the video is like 10, 15 minutes, this is another point. I'm sorry, I'm going all over the place. Kim said to me, don't make it more than a couple of minutes. How the fuck can I get anything through? And then she said, okay, fine. Well, if you're going to do a 15, 20-minute video, you need a 1-minute video to pique their interest to go into that. Would you say that's the right thing?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, fine. So that's what I'll do then. And for example, and I wanted to share this with you, I'm going to be talking about the books I've read, but it's not about showing them my knowledge. I want to take the knowledge from those books, like, for example, James Allen's book, As a Man Thinketh. Mm-hmm. He talks about thought and consequence, thought and purpose, and thought and health. I'm using these three in relation to retirement. So a whole different way of looking at it. And I'm going to say, let's take these thoughts and apply it to retirement, right?
Yes.
And he's saying, like, for example, with the thought and purpose, aimlessness is a terrible disease and will lead you to catastrophe. Let's spend a little time thinking about what retirement is if it's not aimlessness.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you see where I'm coming from?
I do. Yeah. So there is a platform called IGTV, which is Instagram television.
Yes.
So they have a max 10 minutes. Max.
Ooh, yes.
And most people say the sweet spot is 7 to 8 minutes.
Okay.
So if we can we have to be under 10.
Yes.
And with Instagram, you can only do 59 seconds. And after that, it then migrates over. So that first minute is key. Kim's 100% right. 20 seconds is actually long on Facebook.
Can I say, so let me see if I've heard this correctly, Jonathan. If I do a 20-second piece to pique somebody's, the audience's interest, and then take them into a 7-minute or an 8-minute plot of 3 points.
Yeah.
And 2 minutes a point and a close.
Sure.
Do you think that would work? That's the way to go.
Yeah.
So we're talking about you said 1 minute, right? No, 20 seconds.
20 seconds on Facebook, realistically, yeah. Yeah.
So 20 seconds in.
So that would just be like, let me tell you how great this candle smells, because, when this candle's lit, I work so much better.
Boom. Right? I love it.
And then.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on 3 nuggets for 7 to 8 minutes max for IGTV.
Yeah.
And
which will also be YouTube, and will also be your LinkedIn profile.
Who's going to do all that? If I produce the video for you, the 20 seconds, but here's the point. I'm getting a new Apple when it comes out shortly now. It's already there, but when I get my new Apple.
Are you getting the 11?
It's the one with the bigger camera, isn't it? The more powerful camera. Is that the one?
Well, there's a new one that comes out today or tomorrow, which is the 11 and the 11 Pro.
Should I get the 11 Pro?
That's what I ordered.
You did? Okay. Will that be enough?
That is 17 megapixels. It's TV studio quality.
Oh my God. Okay. What about the audio?
It's incredible. But I use, it depends on the room, but I use earbuds all the time as well. Bluetooth earbuds. So I have a Bose earbud that goes in my ear. You've probably seen me with it.
Yeah.
it's incredible sound, and I use that. But in a room with no echo, when I do my shaving chronicles, I don't have any. I don't have any. I just use the phone. And the 11 Plus has now got this new Dolby spatial sound recognition. So apparently, it's even better.
Oh my God! So I may not have to get all this bloody equipment to do this stuff.
A mix of that. I mean, the microphone, yes, for when you're doing this on the computer, for 100%. And you picked a great microphone. That mixer desk that I sent you is what Chris and all these other people use, but they're way down. But a great microphone for now, which is all we have, will be
the one I was talking about. Yeah. That's good enough.
It's fantastic.
But they have a special one for podcasts, which is a desktop.
Well, the thing with the desktop one is, every time you touch the desk, it comes in. Whereas mine, as you've probably seen, is mine is on a and it's all rubber dampers, so you don't get any sound from my desk in my microphone. Or if you're typing, you don't get it.
Is that the same model as the one?
No, this is actually this is 3 years old.
Is it the same brand?
Well, this is Audio Technica.
Okay.
I had never heard of that Roki brand because it's European.
No, it's Australian.
Oh, that's right. It is. Yes,
they're Australian. But I'm thinking of that one. But then I thought about the podcast but all the stuff that comes in that Chris Stucker told you about. I would do that when I got the money coming in.
Of course. Yeah.
I can't do that.
So if you send us videos, we can absolutely repurpose them for you. We can add an opening slide and a closing slide like we just did for Aaron. I'll show you what we just did for Aaron.
That'd be brilliant. Yeah, please.
Let me just share my screen a second. Where am I? Zoom.
Can I ask you something, Jonathan?
Yeah, of course.
Outside the world, I used to love that background of books you had in your office.
Yes.
Before you changed it. But clearly you have a reason why you did this.
And they're right there. I mean,
I see.
I changed 90 degrees.
Got it. But anybody watching you does not know that those bookcases. It looks like you made.
In fact, they're easier for me to reference now. 2 reasons why I did it. One, my office faces south, and when the sun is coming in the summer, I'm baking because it's lit. Even though I have two blinds, but now I have a full window.
Oh wow!
I can see everything. Whereas before, all I could see was monitors and a little bit over the top.
Yes, of course. Yeah, gotcha.
So I still have the seats where everybody comes and sits and stuff, but I needed a change. And I just felt, from a podcast perspective, I don't know if these pictures are right or not. I'm still experimenting with what's behind me. But I wanted it to, and I feel the way the desk is when people come in, it's more businessy.
I think that the office as is, from what you're saying, clearly it's the right thing for you.
Yeah.
What I would say is consider doing something new and not distracting, but something that makes it look really nice behind you. I don't know what that is.
You know what I might do is when I do some video is set my tripod up over here. So I've got great light coming, but you got my desk and my bookcase behind me still.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Let me show you what that would look like. So then it would look like that.
Oh, that's amazing. That is brilliant. But let me ask you, are you going to have when you say you're going to get a video, you mean a tripod or proper video?
Yeah, the tripods that I use.
Got it. No, that's a great shot. That is a great shot.
These sort of things.
Yeah. I got you.
So that my video is
at
the end of the desk, and it's remote control. In fact, my Apple Watch can control the video.
That's freaking amazing. I have to say, I cannot wait till we get into our our own place, and
have your own studio.
Having your own place.
What I hear about Bob Proctor's studio is pretty fantastic.
I've been in there. It's state of the art. You know, the camera comes down from the ceiling. It's hidden. Press the button, the thing comes down. Audio. But he spent a little fortune.
Over $1 million, he told me. Well,
is that what he said?
He said on the stage, because he built the building, right?
Right.
And then he put heated concrete. So he said, with his mother, it's snowing, freezing, raining. He's got a warm path, so he's not going to slip on. And then it's custom.
He has a swimming pool between his office and his house. Right, there's a pathway, and there's a swimming pool, and there's kind of like a little garden where he has his barbecue. He invites all his consultants there. Can you believe it? Sorry, not his consultants. When he has Matrix, when they come in for a week, he has all of them over to his house for lunch, which is buffet lunch and drinks. And literally, it's like a party. He allows them in every room in his house except his bedroom. Okay. Yeah. And his wife is a salesperson, so she has no problems. Not like normal wives, right? Oh. A sales wife. But she has her own multi-million dollar business.
That's what I hear in network marketing, right?
Yeah. But what's interesting is by the pool, he has a sort of a stone bench, a white stone bench. And in the bench, carved, is the word imagine. Putting your butt on the word imagine.
Oh, I love that.
Anyway, listen. Okay, so I think
I hadn't put. Let me see. So Anna loves video editing, and she's very, very good at it. So if you create the video and send it to us. Oh, sorry. I was going to show you what I just did for Erin.
Oh yes, please.
What Erin and I just did last month was we've created four blogs. So I'll show you what they look like. 1 second. Hold, please. So basically, I interviewed her with 4 specific questions in a video. So, and then the video starts with her own intro.
Hey everybody, my name is Jonathan Christian.
And so that's how we did it, because she just couldn't get herself on camera. And then right at the end,
and said, let's just try this. And 25 years later, it was my business. It was amazing.
Nice.
I mean, it's rudimentary.
How many minutes? That was 10 minutes.
That one was 10. Yeah, we didn't actually. We're still in the editing process. I just basically showed her everything. I want to keep this just over 10, so I want to trim them back to less than 10.
Yeah. No,
but on IGTV, I wouldn't have the opening and closing slides anyway.
Oh, if we're not okay, so you just want the raw material.
We just need the raw material. We'll upload it for you. We'll create YouTube videos for you. We can create an opening and an entry. So
do we need an opening and an entry for IGTV and Facebook?
You do for YouTube and LinkedIn.
Oh, you do?
It's more professional.
Okay, so that's great for YouTube and LinkedIn. Yeah. But for IGTV and Facebook, you don't need it.
No. And we'll do both.
No, listen, all this sounds wonderful. I'm happy to go with this. I can give you my answer immediately, so you can put that to bed. And I think we're kind of coming close.
You were going to say something about my presentation. Sorry.
Yeah. And this is from the heart, and it's so that you recognize what you, this is not George the client, this is George your friend. George your client would never dare to open his mouth. Seriously, why would I put myself out? I mean, seriously. But first of all, I want to say that your 5 E's that you do is superb. Simply superb. I love the way the E's, you have 5 of them. They're actually apt. They're on the money. They're on the spot. The slides are beautiful. you go through it like duck to water. It's smooth. It's seamless. And it's
You watched my webinar the other night, didn't you?
Which one?
Last week, the Back to School for Business webinar you watched live, I think, didn't you?
I don't think so. I wasn't here. I was
Last Tuesday. A week last Tuesday.
a week last Tuesday.
I think you did. I think you said something at the end in the chat box.
I might have. I don't know. Jonathan, I'm going crazy here.
I did a webinar. It was at 2 o'clock, so whatever it would be, 8 o'clock your time. No, 10 o'clock your time. And I was selling the next boot camp. I'm pretty sure you're on it.
I might well have been. I know I was watching your presentation. So before I give you my presentation, and I'll tell you why, there were 300 plus people on that presentation. How much did you get? How many people signed up from that 300?
Well, 300 people registered. 100 people showed up live.
Right. Oh, yes, of course. And then people watch it afterwards.
And so far, good question, 9 have bought.
Okay.
It's actually lower than I thought, but
Yeah. I'll tell you what my sense was going through that. It was not the seamless presentations that you do normally. And when you do your presentations, you are confident, you're comfortable in your own skin, and believe me, that energy just translates right through the ether, 3,000 miles across cables under the Atlantic to my desktop. It comes across. You can't fool people. It's authentic, it's real, it's you. And you know your material and it's seamless. Now, I totally get that you had to do a whole new slide deck. It was a whole new presentation. There was the game plan was wholly different. But when you're pitching to those number of people, you want to get maximum, what's the word for it? When you conversions.
Mm-hmm.
And I suspect out of 100 to get 9, I mean, 9 isn't bad. Yeah, it's nothing to spit at. 9 is 9. But I reckon you could have got much more if you had less slides, you were less pressured, because you looked like you were under duress. And you were under the kibosh of time because the bloody slides were timed. And you were struggling to keep up.
I was.
And I've been there, so I've done this. So I know.
Yeah.
And you know it yourself. I'm sure you know it in your gut. You know. And so I think that if you reduce those slides, perfect it, make it seamless presentation. And I would say that if you perfected those slides like you have the 5 E's, it's going to be a walk in the park.
Thank you.
Walk in the park.
I was disappointed.
I know you were. I know you.
20 to 30.
Sorry?
My heart was in the 20 to 30 conversion range.
Yeah. And it's not unachievable, that.
No, I mean, that's.
And you know what? You can repeat this, but here's what I would say to you. You have a very unique positioning here. You really do. I mean, if I went out trying to look for somebody like you, I'd have trouble. And somebody that resonates with me. You don't want shed load of clients that you don't resonate with. They're going to make your life miserable.
No, I don't.
They really are. They're going to mess you about, piss you off, and you're going to think, I don't need this shit. Oh.
I've been there.
So exactly. So your target audience should be people that you resonate with and who resonate with you.
Yeah.
And less is more. Don't listen to all these American salespeople trying to sell you hand on fist. I'm going to give you an example. JT Fox, the wealth coach. I've been to a number of his, I'm supposed to go to his 1%. I've paid for it. 1% in Florida, where there's only about 20 people, 1-to-1.
Wow.
I'm not going.
No.
It's a waste of money.
Oh my goodness.
The guy is, I'll tell you how he sells just very quickly in a couple of sentences. He gets 100, maybe 200 people in a room, in a hotel in London that he's paid for, that he bargained at rock bottom prices. You can barely get a glass of water in there because there's nothing, because it's free. 200 people or whatever in the room. They've paid nothing to come in. They're coming in for a free lunch. Ostensibly 1 hour of advice. What does he do? His game plan? He's mind-fucking them about how brilliant he is.
Mm.
And that they can be like him, but they're not there. That he knows Trump. He knows Trump's lawyer. He knows this, he knows that. He's basically telling you he's the bee's knees and you're in an entity, but you can be like him. And how much it costs to train under him, because guess what? He's paid shed loads of money to these big advisors to learn from them. And now he's giving you the wisdom of what he's done. He's going to pass it to you. By lunchtime, he's sold you already, right, on a limited basis, because there's only a few. He sells you 50, 60 pounds worth of tapes.
Right.
That's the first thing. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, he's got various programs that he's going to sell you for between £5,000 and £15,000.
Okay.
But the prices have been slashed 50%.
Yeah.
So like $25,000 package is now going today, and only for today, for the next 3 hours. It is only going for $12,997. But you need to rush to the back and book with Anna now. And there's only 3 places left.
Wow.
And you have no idea. This guy's in a different country every day. But he's not helping many people. He's taking a lot of money off the table. And a lot of people are desperate, pay this money thinking that they're going to get somewhere.
Yeah.
And then they come back to him for money back, and he goes, hey, I gave you a deal. There's no money back on a deal.
No.
So what I'm saying to you is, don't get too obsessed about the numbers, the number of clients that you need to bring on board.
Oh,
You need quality clients and who make it a joy for you to work with. Seriously.
Yeah.
I don't want to work with people who are going to break my chops. I really don't. I'm not interested.
no. Yeah.
I am not interested. And, slowly catch your monkey. You've been at this for 10 years. You've come a long way. And you've great people. And yes, you want to grow. Just make sure you don't grow with the wrong people, because it's actually more painful and costlier.
Yes. Yes. There are several people that we've worked closely with that I'm not really in touch with anymore, because I just don't want to be. I'm polite to them, and like again off the record, Jemmy Bertrand, who's a friend of Paul's. I really didn't enjoy working with her. She wouldn't listen to me. She always gave me back chat, and in the end, I closed her contract early. I just said, I don't think you appreciate what we're doing for you. I mean, when Paige, who we love, came to me and said, I really don't like her. So what do you mean? She said, everything I do and every email I get back, it's never good enough. And I don't know why everybody loves my work and she's making me feel sad.
Yeah, that's not good.
And it's like, okay, we're done. She's Spanish, and I don't know, she was too matter of fact and never appreciative. And sure, I mean, we took a quantum in 3 months. But I had moments. We had a 4 month and then a 6 month break clauses, and I broke the clause a month early, even though she was paying me very, very well. Didn't want to do it.
But sometimes that money is it's just not worth it.
No.
You can't feel bad about your work.
No.
And So, Jonathan, just in closing, yes, I want to continue with you. So take that as a yes. I'm delighted to accept and excited to continue.
Fantastic.
And seeing what you've done for Kim as well is phenomenal. Really.
We had fun on Tuesday. I was really exhausted by the end of it.
I know, I bet you were.
Hosted 3 of those.
No, I mean, listen, I was tired after 1. Okay. Now I know I'm older than you. No, but seriously, I was tired, so I can imagine 3, and also you're kind of holding their hand as well, because they're nervous and freaking out.
And it was all the calls in between the videos, and really nurturing them, and nurturing Paul's wife and Paul's mum and Kim's husband. And
why do you have to nurture their husbands and wives?
It's a dynamic.
Is that how it works? Shit, that's like bloody hard work.
It was.
Sorry, excuse me.
The thing was, I'm in bed at like 12:30, staring at the ceiling. It's like I should be asleep. Yeah, and truthfully, I was so amped.
Yeah,
I hadn't come down. I went, "Oh, buddy, you've been like on adrenaline all day."
Yeah,
it's okay.
But it was amazing.
Then I got up at 6 o'clock, went to the border, and got detained. Bam, bam.
Jonathan,
I'm at the Himalayas, hey?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you in November. I really am.
I can't wait. The good thing is I'm flying British Airways out of Canada, so I'm fine.
Really? British Airways?
Yes.
I'm going. Did I not tell you what I'm doing tomorrow? I'm becoming a knight. I don't know. The word is cavaliere in Italian.
Yes.
One of my clients, John Rick, who is a Episcopalian minister from St. Louis. He's also a fundraiser. He's my first client. He loves me dearly. And he said, I got him a big piece of business in Michigan. When I went to Matrix, I found one of my Matrix guys that Kim knows, Matt Kerfman.
Oh, I've seen his name, yes.
In the book, in the back of the book, yeah.
Yes.
Matt is a financial advisor. He earns about $3 million a year. He has his own private jet. And he wants to give back to the YMCA. So we're at Matrix in August 2017, Kim, me, him, various other people. And he said, I quietly one night over a glass of Merlot, actually a bottle of Merlot, he said to me, I want to give back to the YMCA. The building is shit. I grew up there. I benefited and I want to give back. And it's going to cost about 20 million. I don't even know where to start. I go, well, I know someone who's a fundraising consultant and he is the bee's knees. I mean, this guy is a Yale graduate. He served as a fundraiser for Harvard for 7 years. He shed loads of money for them. And he got funds for the American Cathedral in Paris, St. Martin in the Fields in London. He's done massive amounts of work across both sides of the Atlantic. But he's 70-something years old, but he's really good. And he can't find work very easily now because of his age, because people think he might drop dead in the middle of a project. But, this guy's got power to last because he loves life, and he's a very Christian guy. He's always up and going. Every day is a new day. He's up and going. And I said, he would love to help you. I'm sure of it. Let me put you guys in touch. So I did. So Matt sends him, because he lives in St. Louis, between St. Louis and London. He's 2 weeks there, 2 weeks here. He sent him his private jet to St. Louis to pick him up and bring him over to Michigan. He worked with him, for 18 months. And out of the 20, he said, you don't want 20, you want at least 30. They raised 13 million. But the politics in a small town in Michigan it's a bitch. Nobody, they could have got 30 if they went out to get some other big guys to come in. But the people on the board only want to appoint people in their own town. They don't want outsiders. So it stymied him. And, and he said, I can't help you anymore if we can't get the right people. And the two big donors who were offering 5 million each, one was a hospital, one was an insurance company, was saying, we will give you 5 million each if you change the people who are running it, because they're not competent to run this. We can help you find the people, but you need to change it, and then we'll give you the money. So the guys in the small Michigan town go, we want our own people. So my guy had to leave, but the point is that he got them 13 million, and they're going to now close on 20 million, but they're going to get a smaller, more insular place instead of a bigger. And they could have got, because the money's there. But anyway, I introduced him. And how did I come to the subject of Matt and John Rick? Because I found this job for John Rick.
Yes.
John Rick said to me, George, I want to introduce you. I want to introduce you to some people. I want to give back what you've given to me. And not just Matt, he said, but you did the Procter Gallagher thinking into results for me, which now means I've got more business because I'm feeling more energetic, I'm feeling more positive. So he said to me, I'm going to introduce you to this big guy who I met in New York, a guy called Vincent Pica, who is head of a company called Safanad, which is owned by Sheikh Maktoum of Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
And that company runs 600 nursing homes in the United States. So we meet in the guy's office, we're talking, etc., etc. We're trying to help the Baroness Hollins with her project here. And this guy, Vincent Pica, likes me. He likes me.
Of course.
He said to me, George, how would you like to join the Savoy Order? I go, what is that? He goes, it's the Italian royal family. They have, I'm very high up. I'm a knight commander. Would you like to join as a knight? Because I'm a mindset mentor. He thought that would be very helpful for them. So I said, yeah, I'm sure. I'm thinking, networking, and I've always wanted to be a knight. So I'm going to Nice tomorrow. On Saturday, I'm being knighted by King Victor Emmanuel III and his son and family in the Notre Dame Cathedral in Nice. They've sent me from Rome a red cloak, silk cloak with a white and green cross, I'm not kidding you, with the insignia, with the ribbon. I'll have photographs taken, but I daren't show this on Facebook and LinkedIn. It's too elitist. I'll be hounded. But I'm sharing it.
Hey?
Huh?
If only they knew.
If only they knew. See, this is it. Anyhow, Jonathan, I think I'm way over my time.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh my goodness.
Let me get something written up. I'll get Erin to write something up. We'll set up a meeting every month on a certain time, certain day. We'll get all of this rolling. And
so one other thing, Facebook and LinkedIn. Do we need to tidy that up a bit?
Yeah.
We do.
Totally will.
Okay. So
we'll
do. All right. And Spirits of Gratitude, I'm actually creating a company called Spirits of Gratitude Limited, because my lawyers are telling me that I should be incorporated going forward. Once things start to roll, we can use it. So the website's still George Jerjian, but underneath it'll be owned by Spirits of Gratitude.
Yeah, I mean, my company's JD Gem Consulting Inc. Yeah.
So how do you have that underneath in the bottom or something? You don't even mention it. You don't need to. So
I do on my emails because it's a legal entity. So it's in the footer of my emails.
So what does it say on the footer? Owned by JDGM.
So if they want to subscribe, it's like JD Gem Consulting Inc. I mean, my invoices come from JD Gem, as you've probably seen.
Yes.
But we make stuff happen. I mean, I own jdgem.ca.com, and it just goes to the we make stuff happen.
Essentially, the legal entity is that, and the marketing is WM. Okay, got it. Okay, fine. Terrific.
Okay.
I think that's it. All right.
I gotta go and
Fantastic.
get a photograph and get a shave.
See ya. Go
That's-
for it. You can do it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jonathan. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.